You are freaking African Americans plus Mark. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm rocking with Mark because Mark is rocking with us.
Welcome everyone to the Pop Culture Caravan, where we talk movies, comics, TV shows, video games, whatever the hell we want. But the big thing we like to get to is story. I am Hutch. With me as always are my buddies Chilupe and Joey. Say hi, boys.
Oi, hi.
Hello.
This week we're talking about Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
So, what were you guys thinking?
I mean, I enjoyed this film quite a bit compared to the rest of Phase 4. You know, Phase 4 in the MCU has been pretty hit or miss, and recently a lot of misses.
Real talk, what were you guys' expectations? Because I went in, to be honest, expecting it to be trash.
Same, actually. I thought it was going to be trash, and I want to highlight that I appreciate how both of you opened that, because, yes, I thought it was going to suck, in largely part due to my expectations being brought low by most of Phase 4.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if this was Phase 3, I would have been like, yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
But, like, because it's Phase 4, I was like, I fucking love that movie, dude. I walked out of there, I was, like, feeling some sort of way. I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, God. I was like, wow. Like,
Is this what a good movie looks like?
It's almost like the bar hit the floor so hard. I was like, man, that was incredible.
The bar was so low, we were playing Limbo with the devil, okay?
I would say, though, the biggest thing going into this, I was like, they need to get this right, is the Chadwick of it all, right? They need to make sure they're giving Chadwick the proper respect. And, like, you know, I like how they explain that it's just like, oh, it's just an illness that killed, you know, that he died of, and, like, you know, the herb couldn't save him. Like, you know, I'm glad there wasn't anything specific, or it wasn't, like, any, like, villain that killed him or anything.
Yeah.
I think that does bring some very nice vulnerability to these heroes, that they can still suffer illnesses like us.
I lost the bet. I need to address this now before one of you fuckers bring it up. I said they're gonna fucking CGI his face, or they're gonna fucking pull him back in.
Yeah.
And there's only 2 scenes during the actual movie, not including the credits, where you see Chadwick. One is the mural of him, which doesn't fucking count. And then there was the quick little flashback, which didn't even have a line of dialogue. So I totally lost. I thought they were going to try to use his memory to hype up the movie or some shit. I was wrong. I'm glad I'm wrong. I'm so happy to be fucking wrong, because they did not do dirty by him.
I bet you're sitting there the entire time waiting for him to get to this ancestral plane and see him CGI in.
Which made the Killmonger thing throw me out of my fucking seat, dude. Because I saw that it wasn't the Queen, and I was like, it's gonna be Chadwick. Here it is. I'm gonna say I told you so. And it was fucking Michael B. Jordan, dude. And I nearly shit myself.
Oh.
I lost my shit.
Right.
He was one of my favorite Marvel villains of all time, and I
Yes.
thought I'd never get to see him again. So seeing him back for this, and
Right.
goddamn, he's
Right.
not alive, but he is menacing, because he's got
his
a
presence was
point.
perfect.
He's got a case.
You gonna get business done like me?
And the fact that she's like, yes, I will.
So are you gonna be noble like your brother, or are you gonna get business done? I was like, well, that sounds like you're basically making the choice. I mean, when you word it like that, that was the biggest fucking twist.
Mhm.
I can agree.
What do we think of our lead, our hero of the story, anyways?
I'm so happy. Marvel finally, I feel like they did a female character right, because they usually drop the ball when it comes to that.
I like her as an actress. I'm kind of conflicted, because I know this is good that they did this, and it makes for a more believable and more, you know, accurate story to how people deal with shit. But dude, Shuri used to be a goofball, and she got a whole lot more serious during this.
This was a very serious film, yeah.
The funeral clothes burning scene beside the river with her mom. I really like that scene. It's one of the most quiet and subdued scenes we've had in the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
And just having that time with a mother and a daughter, and exploring, you know, them coping with the grief and the loss, I thought was phenomenal.
Really interesting comment where her mother talks about feeling T'Challa's presence, and she's like, that's in your head. And her mother claps back with like, yeah, but are you coming up with things that are giving you comfort, or are they tormenting you? And it's kind of funny, because it's like, her mother's immediate response is like, okay, even if you're right and it is bullshit, it's at least helping. You just seem kind of fucking sad, you know, like, it's like, oh, like, good, interesting philosophical argument right there, right?
Right. Which you definitely don't usually see in like a superhero movie.
Honestly, though, I'm glad this movie it took itself very seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, you know, with all the other goofy Marvel shit we've gotten recently.
Oh, God.
Like, Thor Ragnarok was just a joke fest. Like, you know, just terrible corny joke after terrible corny joke.
Mm-hmm.
This movie, like, maybe a couple funny quips here and there that you might chuckle.
Yeah.
That's about it, though. It is a film that is just very somber at times, which I am here for. Marvel needed this.
I really dug the kind of like the Mayan underwater culture. I liked that a lot.
Yes. I like that influence. It's a really great take on the character. I think it helps differentiate Marvel from DC, since they got Atlantis of their own, and Aquaman and shit.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I feel like they still did a good job explaining, all right, these are these people, you know, this is kind of their deal.
I think they teed up Ironheart really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
They showed her she's smart. Okay, you get the gist. She made a suit. She used Wakandan technology, so eventually she's probably have to build her own new suit again. Had the little bit with the car where she kind of talks about her dad, but not really. You know, she likes to build shit. That's enough to where people have enough for it to work context in the movie, so you know enough about her, all the relevant shit that you really need to, and it also tees up like a Disney Plus show. You know.
I do think it was funny when she came in and made the joke about Okoye's Ashley head.
I was like, God damn, they went there in a fucking Marvel movie.
Dude, I fucking shrieked. I'm not gonna lie. I may have caused a scene in the movie theater. I fucking laughed like really fucking loud, and it was like one of those awkward one laughs where you're like, ha! Like, I did that, and I fucking saw two people snap their heads, and I was like, I'm sorry. I'm gonna shut up now.
What do we think about Namor?
What an interesting villain.
What the hell do you say his actual name?
Oh, you mean
It's like Kuk-Kulkan or something like that, right? Kuk-Kul-Ku? I don't know.
They called him Kukulkan.
I really thought the wings on his feet would be lame. And I still feel like they kind of are, but they made it look cool, this movie.
I like how he just like he has to kind of like when he flies, he like hops around almost.
Yeah, he looks like fucking Shadow the Hedgehog running, dude. The thing that I liked about him having winged feet, besides me being like Hermes, the Greek god, I thought it was just dope when she fucking slashed one of them and like caught it like a fucking cat, and I was like,
Oh,
yep, your biggest weakness just got fucking ripped off your ankle.
Yo, that was an intense fight scene. Not a very action-y movie, I would say, but that was intense.
It was badass, right? She got stabbed, she fucking slices off part of the spear, just pushes herself through it. It was badass, but then I was like, she should be fighting kind of shittier right now. Like, she just got stabbed. Like, all you've done to Namor is make him really thirsty and fucking slice off his little feet wings. Like, he just needs to take like 20 steps and jump in the water. But like, she got like full on fucking stabbed and does like a fucking backflip over him and lands like a cat. Yeah, flamboyant as shit, dude.
And how unnecessary was that backflip?
I'm like, you just got stabbed. What the fuck are you doing backflips for? Get out of here.
Honestly, at first I thought she just missed. Like, I thought she was gonna hit him and just missed.
What if that's what happened? What if she like tried to jump at him and just missed and just like fucking landed face first in the sand? And he's just like looking at her. He's like, what the fuck?
Can we discuss the power level of these female spear warriors?
Oh my god.
Because at first I was like, oh, you know, they're like maybe better than Black Widow. And then I see them full on blocking like assault rifles with their spears going
Right?
I was like, wait, hold on.
That's another really good scene. That whole, you know, UN scene where like Ramonda's just there talking her shit and brings the mercenaries in, drops them at Francis' feet, like, fuck you.
Like well-trained dogs, she said bow.
Fuck the French, dude. Fuck the French.
Of all countries, I was like, why I was in France?
They fucking know why, dude. They know exactly why.
You know what fight sequence really underwhelmed me though? was it's on the bridge right after the car chase with Atuma versus Okoye, and it feels
That underwhelmed you?
well because it felt so scripted. It felt like a video game mini boss. Because, like, literally, he sends the 3 goons first, they get their asses handed to them, and then, like, you know, he steps in, fights her a bit, the guys get up in the background, and he goes, oh, go back to Nomura, you know, I'll handle this one. And they just run off, and I'm like, Nomura's got this, she's fighting 2 cops!
She's killing them!
She's probably killed them by now! What are they doing over there other than waiting and just giving her a video game boss sequence fight time?
Bro, that's exactly why I loved it, because, like, oh my god, this is so off. He orders them to go help her out, but she's already killed both of those cops. She just finished killing the second one.
There's just like a blooper of like the 3 of them just walking up to her, and she's like, what the fuck are you doing over here? And they're just like, well, he told us to go. She's like, so we gotta turn around yet, or?
I know.
Just fucking, it's just like awkward. They're standing there.
And it's funny because there's a couple frames in the fight sequence, at least I noticed in the background, where you can see the goons awkwardly just standing there, and I'm like, run in! Like, what are you doing?
No, warrior culture, one at a time. So my closing thoughts. I would rank this movie as a 9 out of 10. Story-wise, I agree with Joe. Everything, 8 out of 10. But it's now made me love bald black women, and Nokia was fine as hell, so it gets an extra score.
1 to 10. I would give it like an 8.
8?
I liked it. Yeah, I liked it a lot. There was a lot going on, kind of made it hard to focus on one plot point at a time, but it kind of also helped because it was kind of a longer movie too.
Yeah, overall, I would give this movie... I was tempted to say 9 out of 10, but I think that's just my Phase 4 mindset talking. If I compare it to the rest of these Marvel movies, I'm going to go an 8 out of 10. Very solid overall, very entertaining. Definitely a breath of fresh air for Marvel, but just a couple plot holes that, I don't know, for me at least, made things a little disjointed. But overall, great story and great focus on character dynamics and relationships.
Thank you so much for listening to us as we ranted and raved and just kind of spewed some shit into the mic. We will try to be better.
Again, this is very early days for us, so be patient with us as we figure out our shit.
Ibombe!
Ibombe!
Ibombe! Ibombe!